A concept in modern media that has always fascinated me is that of the hidden gem or the very similar cult classic. These terms both essentially describe a piece of entertainment in one form or another that is of very high quality, but mysteriously has very little popularity. This idea applies to media in all forms, but as a tiny YouTuber, I've noticed it most of all in the content on YouTube channels, my own included. As great as it feels to have a decently successful video on my channel, I can't help but wish that a video other than my top 10 Splatoon 2 weapons was my most popular. Now, to most of my subscribers, I'm the Splatoon top 10 guy, and whenever I make content about any of the other games I like, I'm lucky to have a quarter of my subscribers actually watch it. But I digress, this video isn't about the highly anauthed pity party, it's about Arlo. For those of you who somehow don't know, Arlo is a way bigger Nintendo YouTuber than me, and he also happens to be my favorite of all time. I like Arlo so much that I already made a video about him like 2 years ago, and I even edited the entirety of this past year's Best of Arlo compilation on the Arlo fan community's YouTube channel, link in the description. So yeah, I like Arlo, and luckily for him, his most viewed video is actually one that he's really proud of and put a lot of time into. Nevertheless, a lot of Arlo's older videos are super unique, funny, and quotable, but most notably, they have a criminally small number of views. So, after wasting all of your time with the longest intro in YouTube history, here are my top 5 favorite underrated Arlo videos. At number 5, we have the video, My Experience Watching the Fallout 4 Launch Trailer. This video debuted in November of 2015, just before Arlo's first video turned 1 year old, and it's really good for such an early video. It's a pretty clever concept that's essentially just poking fun at how obvious and formulaic the writing for this Fallout 4 trailer was, emphasis on poking fun. As with pretty much every Arlo video, the criticisms of this trailer aren't meant to be mean or insulting, it's just a fun little video making a few jokes. This is a really fun video to watch, and I'm pretty sure it's also the shortest Arlo video in existence at just 30 seconds long. That's not a good thing, by the way. I'm not saying I wanted it to be short, I just thought that was interesting. Anyway, this video is really short and sweet, and the only reason it's this low on the list is because it has over 100,000 views, so it's not that underrated. As with every video on this list, it's linked in the description, so go check it out if you want. At number 4, we have an absolute classic, the songs of Ocarina of Time with lyrics. If you don't know the video I'm talking about, please leave this one and go watch it because it's an absolute masterpiece. The video is essentially set up like a Kidz Bop commercial, and that is 100% a good thing. Arlo sings through his lyrics for a bunch of the major Ocarina of Time songs, and let me tell you, it's a hilarious journey the whole time. His vocals are beautiful, the lyrics themselves are genius, and I'll never be unimpressed by his ability to say scarecrow so many times in rapid succession.
Scarecrow, 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 scarecrow.
On top of that, there are a ton of funny little text blurbs that pop up throughout the video, some of which I just noticed while working on this video. There's even a fun little twist ending to the video, but I won't spoil it in case you haven't seen it. This video is undoubtedly one of Arlo's best, and as with the last one, it's only so low because it has so many views. Ocarina of Time with lyrics has 170,000 views as of now, so I can barely even call it underrated. It's the most viewed video on this list, but I had to keep it around because of how good it is. This thing deserves 170 million views, so click the link in the description right now to check it out. Zelda Action Theater Dawn of the Birth of the Awakening is one of the best things anyone has ever created. Every single second of its 4.5-minute runtime is absolutely filled to the brim with comedic flair and storytelling genius. From an objective standpoint, it's probably the best video Arlo has ever created, or anyone has created for that matter. It's the perfect length. Every joke lands. The story is engaging. It's infinitely quotable. Zelda sounds kinda like Miss Piggy. This video is everything that a comedy YouTube video should be and more. Every time someone says which one or all of them, I think of this video and laugh.
Which one? All of them.
I realize I'm not being very eloquent here, but it's hard to put into words how much I love this video. The amount of time and brainpower that Arlo had to have put into making this video is incredible. Whenever I tell a friend of mine to check out Arlo, I always recommend one of his serious videos and this one because it's just that good. It's a crime that we only ever got one installment of Zelda Action Theater, but I guess I can't blame Arlo with how few views this has. It only has 91,000 at the time of this recording, which isn't very good for Arlo, plus it's been almost 4 years. Still, yet again, 91,000 views isn't terrible, which is why I can't put it any higher than number 3. This might be the best Arlo video out there, but it's just not underrated enough to be number 2 or 1. Please watch it anyway though, you will not be disappointed. Also, if you're watching this Arlo, please, please, please make another Zelda Action Theater when Breath of the Wild 2 comes out. It's what the fans want.
You're next, Ganon, butt!
Alright, at number 2 we have one of Arlo's earliest videos, How to Pass the Time Until E3. This video was made leading up to E3 2015, and even though that sounds like a lifetime ago at this point in the gaming world, I think Arlo's piece really holds up here. Rather than focusing on fleeting topical jokes that wouldn't make any sense at this point, the whole video is just a bunch of funny gags about how hard waiting is. I know I'm doing an awful job at selling this video, but trust me when I say it's really good. Not every joke lands perfectly, but when they do, they really hit home. The bit about writing a novel has me laughing out loud every time I watch it, but I don't want to spoil too much of this in case you haven't seen it. You may be wondering why I placed this video ahead of Zelda Action Theater even though I prefer Zelda Action Theater as a video, and that's all because of view count. Zelda Action Theater had 91,000 views, which isn't great, but How to Pass the Time Until E3 only has 22,000. If that's not underrated, I don't know what is. It's not as beautifully hilarious as some other Arlo videos, but the subtle comedy really hits home for me with this one. Statistically, you probably haven't seen this video, so go do yourself a favor and watch it.
Count your penny collection. Why don't you count how many you've got from 1994 and let me know in the comments.
Hey y'all, Alf here. So I got my old piggy bank out to count all my pennies and tell Arlo how many I had from 1994, and I have zero. I have literally none. I have pennies like back to the 60s. I have a 1993 penny and a 1995 penny. You guys probably can't see that at all, but not a single one from 1994. I don't know what happened. I'm sorry, Arlo. Go to the next one now.
Before we see number 1, let's get a few honorable mentions that barely didn't make the cut. First up is the video Hidden Horror Gems for Halloween. This was before Arlo had fully settled on gaming, and to be honest, I don't really love this video because I hate scary movies. It does, however, earn an honorable mention for having my favorite visual in Arlo history. What a costume. Next, we have How to Get Through That Steam Backlog. This is a super obscure video, and it's kind of a mix of comedy and legitimate advice. I won't take you through the entire video, but it does have a pretty good twist at the end. Next up, we have an absolute classic, Arlo reacts to the new Muppet Show announcement, aka the Arlo dancing video. This is a solid minute and a half of Arlo dancing to Dubstep Hallelujah chorus, and it's glorious. Another honorable mention, Arlo Plays the Plan. This video isn't really anything to write home about, it's just Arlo's charming first Let's Play. The only real reason it's here is that it's Arlo's least viewed video ever at just over 7,000. Poor guy. And our final honorable mention, All of the Gamer's Brief. It was a beautifully cheesy, hilarious series of short gaming news videos that saw 9 glorious installments, and they were all great. Any video where Arlo has his tie on is gonna be great after all. However, we haven't gotten a new Gamer's Brief in 2.5 years, and that's a crime. I mean, Nintendo News Roundup is fine and all, but I don't think it holds a candle to the perfectly good news show that everyone already loved. And it's not even like they weren't popular, I really don't know what ended the series. Man, look at me getting all rambly and nostalgic. Keep up the good work, Arlo, your stuff's great, Gamer's Brief or not. Anyway, let's get to the number 1 most underrated Arlo video. E3 2016's Top 10 Bloopers is my favorite video on all of YouTube. I know I just said the same thing about Zelda Action Theater like 2 minutes ago, but I mean it this time. Maybe some other Arlo videos are better objectively, but this one is definitely my favorite. It's such a beautiful work of satire, and even though I didn't watch any of E3 2016, I love this video. Every single second is absolutely hilarious, like I can't get over how good each and every joke is. No matter how many times I watch this, I still laugh out loud at some of the jokes. This video is also incredibly quotable, with more memorable lines than an Avengers movie. Every time I hear the word aesthetic, I can't help but think back on Harmony Seraphim's legendary tweet.
Get it right, Harmony Seraphim. Aesthetic! How could you...
This video is phenomenal, and it only has 22,000 views. I honestly don't know if I can live in a world where my favorite video ever continues to have so few views, so do everyone a favor by going and watching this right now. I'm beginning to notice my script writing ability suffers a lot when I really like the thing I'm talking about, so I better stop soon. Let's wrap up the video. Arlo, I love you. Your content is always super amazing, and it's the main reason I got inspired to start making videos myself. I wish the videos I talked about today got more views, but either way, they mean a lot to me. Enough of that mushy stuff though, thanks for watching guys. Like, comment, subscribe, whatever, have a beautiful day, and don't forget to eat your vegetables.